Hello, welcome back. On this part we're actually going to finish all of the Wednesday objectives. It's 30 minutes or so, and for good reason, because in the last part we didn't really get much of anything directly objective related done. But here we are, we're back in the church, and the Osams have moved in, and they're coexisting pretty well with the priests, so I guess this is a happy ending in Postal 2. Either that or there's some horrible kind of, follow us or die thing going on, but I never really read that deeply into it. They won't attack you on sight either, which makes them a bit different from other Osams on the maps, and also the reason I'm calling them Osam is because I believe that's actually their player model name. I don't know. They're also referred to as terrorists in their group name, I believe, so let's just look at some Easter eggs and such. Are these abandoned things in the development? Are they just random oddities? I don't know. Well, this definitely has a plot. It's a deep intrinsic plot. It tells us a lot about mundanity in everyday life, and how it could all be so sharply taken away from us. And the strength of human adaptation. Can't forget about that. There is actually, an extra in this map that I did not know about until my extras. I was just kind of like pissing around in here and I was like, oh, that works. I'm just going to give this one a 21 gun salute, but, well, it's only one man and one cat. I salute you. Let's move on. So now our piss, more than just being a very useful gameplay mechanic, is going to become a necessary thing for plot progression, as we need it to complete this objective. This is the most curious... This is the most curious graveyard I think I've ever seen in a game. And if it was real life, it would be very odd there, too. Let's move on. This place is kind of creeping me out. I feel like all eyes are on me here. Now, there's a line here that I believe was actually added in this mod, because I cannot remember it in the original game, but just listen and you tell me. Or I could go and actually play it. That makes sense, too.
Next. Now you can't say I never gave you anything for Father's Day.
He did not hear that. But yeah, it makes sense that line would be there, so maybe I'm remembering wrong. Oh well, he's knocked out now.
The Gimp's sleeping. Well, wake him up then. We gonna do it here? Yeah, should be safe in here. It's not Tuesday, is it? Nah, it's Wednesday. Who's first? You went first last time. It's my turn now. Wake up!
All my weapons are gone, I've still got a few items. This has happened once before today, but with a lot less leather. Now, they're meant to run and cower, but, it's insane, so they have weapons. Or at least he seems to have a weapon. And now so does he. I guess he just wanted that other one to die. Didn't really like him that much. Great idea of mine as well, taking cover behind that. Now, this mod has missed a trick.
I gotta find more of that good stuff.
You've seen this scenario before. They did not give me a katana and a fucking chainsaw.
Oh my god, I'm the damn Gimp. Oh great, now my day is complete. Man, I can't go home looking like this. I better go pick up my dry cleaning. Let's see. Guess I need to go here for that.
So that's twice in one day we're down some weapons. Let's get a good look at this. Because I don't know if you can actually get a Gimp suit again outside of cheating, so let's make the most of the Gimp suit while we have it in this little playthrough here.
Already.
this level actually becomes sort of difficult, because depending on what weapons you start off with, and depending on what weapons they get, well, that's true of every map, but then just give one of the first enemies a rocket launcher while I've got a handgun to defend myself. This actually becomes kind of fucking survival horror-ish in this scenario, but we get re-equipped pretty quickly. On this, this will be one of the few occasions where you actually run into enemies with shovels and melee weapons out the gate, so... I mean in scripted segments, of course. This is also one of the few levels that has a little bit of first-person platforming in it. Now, depending on what items you have, you can recover them as you move through the stage. I don't believe I get all of them, though, so... doesn't matter. But all that money we robbed has now gone, so... all those bank robberies were for nothing, I'm afraid. Like we need money anyway. We're the Postal dude, we get what we want. So explosive barrels in this game aren't terribly handy. The exploding car props that tend to be a bit more fun, but... yeah. This is also something, aside from that, this is something to bring up for the future of this Let's Play. After the final video, I'm going to be trying to go for the 40-year-old virgin achievement, which is beating this in an hour 30. Less than an hour 30, and I've had a practice run of it, and I got to Thursday in 30 minutes. And that was my practice run, so I don't want to kill any drama that might have out the gate, but I'm going to be live streaming that for a couple of friends, so that'll be a good laugh. Also the brewery stage. Now, it's an okay area. I remember when I was... first time I played this game I was, what, fucking 9 or 10. I actually got fucking lost. It's a straight line, this map. You, like, Postal 2, there's a few parts in the game, like when they place their missions in open areas, that there is a bit of a sense of multiple routes. They do tend to place enemies dotted around so that you can actually go several different ways, and actually all of them are feasible. And then I fail the first-person platforming. But when it comes to the kind of enclosed one-use only spaces, it gets very linear. And you notice that a lot in Apocalypse Weekend. And the reason I actually don't care for Apocalypse Weekend that much is that linearity. I enjoy Postal 2's base combat, but it seems that Postal 2 is the only one in its series that I really care that much for, but I may actually give Postal 1 another try at some point. As for Postal 3, well, we'll see about Postal 3. One of these days we will. This is also the one part in the game that kills me on a continual basis. This. If any of these things lightly brush you, you're dead. If we're going for a no-death run in this game, give yourself an exception for this. The timing is actually really simple. It's just something about it fucks me up. You just basically... you've got to wait for the exact moment that that spinning top hits its height and then just run through. Crouching seems to also work occasionally. It seems a bit finicky. It's definitely not random, I just kind of suck at it. Now, there is something I'm actually trying to show off for these enemies. I noticed something about the Molotov cocktails, but sadly I fail it in every attempt here. But suffice to say, I believe you can actually shoot Molotov cocktails out of the air. That's not what I'm trying to show off in this scenario, of course. It involves another utility we have on our hands. On our hands is perhaps the wrong word. I was actually reading posts about the sawn-off shotgun in the face punch thread, and apparently if you get it, you could just wreck the final boss of fucking Apocalypse Weekend no trouble if you just have a bunch of that. And I remember, I've only fought that boss once, but he did give me a bit of trouble. I had to abuse some quick saves for that, which I'm not proud of. And of course, like we've noted, they can be affected by their own syringe air. Miasma. These conveyor belts also get a bit finicky once you introduce physics objects into the equation, which we're going to see in a minute. I haven't actually talked about this machine gun that much, because kinesthetically it's not actually that pleasant, but it feels kind of piss weak. The sound effect isn't satisfying, but It's low damage but constant fire, and it does tend to kill enemies pretty quickly. So perhaps calling it low damage might have been the wrong word. Also, this has been another one of those bad scenarios where they spawn a bunch of enemies with area denial weapons, which slows things down a tad. But at least I can send them back their way.
Surprise.
So, should we do our way? I know, let's just mess around with this. I can't describe what happened there because I don't fully fucking understand it. Oh well. So this time the game's been a bit more lenient and we just run through, and I think the game's actually glitched a little bit because some enemies have spawned but they don't seem to be aggroed to me. So what do I do here exactly? I put him out of his misery.
You probably thought you were gonna die today. Surprise.
I mean, if they're not killing me, what are they doing in life? They're standing around in a poisoned brewery in paradise. That Ragdoll was very satisfying. I appreciate that. But yeah, for the rest of the level, some of the enemies have kind of glitched out. I have no idea if that's a mod side thing, because Postal 2 is a fun game, but it's not the most well put together. And then when you introduce mods into the mix, things can get a little iffy. Now we're actually coming up on a section that... I don't know, I like this room for some reason. Because the NPCs get a bit weird in it, let's say. Basically, there are no invisible walls here. You have to actually watch your footing. And here's what I'm trying to show off. If you kick them, you can actually kick them out of air and not set yourself on fire, like so! It's fucking awesome. I managed to do that several times in a standoff in one of my practice runs, and I so wanted to replicate it. And that's why I like the room. NPCs cannot handle spiral staircases. They're just not made for this room.
Good for me, but I feel great.
Also, OSHA should fucking get on this shit. This room is not right in any way. But, oh well. That's, you know, it's helping us right now. The Gimp is, well, the Gimp's free and these rednecks are paying for it. It's also something you might have noticed that I'm going to bring up now, because this level really doesn't have much noteworthy to it now it's happened, aside from the fact that is basically Postal 2's version of a scripted event, just a couple barrels going boom. But, this game is a bit old, as you no doubt know, so that means there's only a certain number of ragdolls. I believe there's 10 ragdolls and 50 corpses supported, so if too many people die at once, some just kind of default to ragdoll deaths, while the others just become ragdolls. And once you kick one, I think it swaps it out sometimes, so one of them just becomes a ragdoll at the cost of something else. And I believe that someone's actually updating Postal 2, like there's a fan project updating it to a newer engine, to a newer version of Unreal Engine. This is Unreal Engine 2.
Well, those people didn't.
And I'm going to probably have a crack at that once that comes out. I'm uncertain what Running with Scissors thinks of it, but knowing them, they're probably cool with it. And now rednecks hate us, and they're going to attack us on sight. Which is a problem, because I believe they're slightly tougher than regular old NPCs, but I could be wrong on that. Why'd she laugh at us?
Wow, look, they moved Halloween up.
Wow.
You look like an ad for garbage bags.
What's wrong? Oh well. Just brush it off. People in this town are fucking weird.
Hey,
Hi there.
can anyone help you?
No. You can't give her money for services. Even she's laughing at me. So we're gonna need this later on in the game, but for now, if you come here and piss in
Now
it,
the flowers will grow.
which is kinda hard to do, it's kind of fiddly and shit. Come on, you know you want it. There we are. What do we get for that? I'm tense, man. Yes! Free health pipe. Just what the doctor ordered. Or just what the vendor cure ordered. If one more person in this town laughs at me, or pulls a gun on me, You know, I can't act... Oh, yeah, I'm wearing a Gimp suit. Right, yeah, forgot about that. I mean, if I turned around and just saw a Gimp with a taser and I had a gun on me, I guess my reaction would be... Well, first off, questioning why I had a gun on me, but then second, holy shit, there's a Gimp with a fucking taser behind me. And then my chair cracked. I guess I was sitting down in that scenario. Anyway, there seems to be another scripted event in this map, but... Police frisking a woman against the wall there. And then they attack her. I don't know, it's just... That's just always been there. I'm not sure what relevance it has, it's just kind of... I mean, yeah, that happens. You know, people shouldn't question the Gimp suit. Maybe I should make this the Postal dude's new look. Just go with this throughout the whole LP. Don't know what kind of leathery garbage bags everyone else is getting.
Hey, the Pride Parade was last week.
Pride Parade's last week funny? I don't get these people. I just don't follow. So anyway, now we're all gimped up. Well, we could go and get our dry cleaning and get back into the dude's regular clothes, and he apparently has 2 sets of the exact same clothes. He must really love it. But we're gonna go pick up a Christmas tree first. That just seems like the right thing to do in this scenario. Now, a lucky bonus of this is that hate groups don't actually recognize you.
Look, they moved Halloween up and they didn't tell us.
But what I do like about this little touch is that the rednecks do recognize you. Which is kind of clever, that's a little bit there. It's a little nice little touch, but does that mean that there's a word going out to all the rednecks in the county telling them that their Gimp is loose? Like, do they put up a, you know, Gimp lost sign on the street post or something? Let's see. There he is. We're just going to ignore that. That's, you know, water off a duck's back, basically. Now, I didn't really get to show off the elephants much last time. And this time I won't get to show them off much either. Because there's an angry man with a fucking grenade launcher chasing me. But basically, the elephants can attack you, and they will. In fact, we're gonna see this right now. Yep. I went to try and take it in honourable combat, but unfortunately there's people with rocket launchers trying to kill the rampaging beasts, so... yeah. But basically, if you stand up here, they can't really attack you, so... it wasn't a fair fight to begin with, I suppose. I kind of didn't give that.
Shit.
Tell you what. I may come here in an extras video at some point and beat an elephant to death.
This can't be good for me, but I feel
it's a
great.
promise. So this is a new map that we just unlocked. I don't really visit it much outside of when I need to for whatever reason, but we're going to give it a bit of an exploration. Basically, there is a field in the back, people having picnics, and we're here to pick up our wonderful Christmas tree, because it's July, and, well, the Postal dude, he gets things done early. And you may notice the cut there, and that's because, there were a few problems, basically. Some of the, aside from people laughing at me. But basically, the, video fucked up from beyond this point, so I had to go and re-record some of it.
Too dry.
I get all the important stuff.
Not that one. Not right. Nope.
Picky, aren't you, Postal dude?
I don't think so.
On any other difficulty, I'd go and take their picnics, but I don't want too much trouble yet.
Too dry. Not that one. Nope.
When we find the right tree, there will be a subtle signifier telling us which it is. You gotta kind of look out for it.
I don't think so. You gotta be fucking kidding.
I like that line. Yes, that one. Alright, got ya.
Ah, this must be the one.
Postal dude concurs.
I hope the bitch appreciates the trouble I went to.
So, in cutscenes, you don't take damage.
He's looking at my favorite Christmas tree, Earl. What do you think we should do, Billy Joe Bob?
We gonna do it here?
Let's open his
Oh, get to it already. I'm already being
Christmas
shot.
early, Billy Joe Bob. And I'm gonna make him squeal like a chicken.
Just kidding.
So, like I was mentioning earlier, because this is in one of the, free roaming areas of the game, you can actually explore a little bit around here, and holy shit. It's even more badass than I thought.
You go, girl. Ow. Shit.
Yeah, you take contact damage if you're hit head-on with a fucking cowhead. I do really love this difficulty, but if there was... I don't know if it's completely randomized or if there is some kind of lean towards certain weapons, but if so, I'd definitely lower it on the cowheads.
I gotta find more of that good stuff. Ah, that's the stuff. I definitely need
So,
more
let me
of
bring
that.
up something else to do with that speedrunning video attempt. Basically, the Steam version of A Week in Paradise, which is now official, and this version of Week in Paradise. Let's just briefly go over the differences. So they seem quite disparate from each other. The weapon selection is different, a few areas have been excised, the school map, for instance, is gone so far as I'm aware. Granted, my experience of it is a speedrunning attempt so far, so I couldn't say tell you 100% of the differences. Basically, they do seem to be quite different, and if you have an older version of Postal 2 on hand as well as the Steam version, I'd definitely say give this one a go. This version is a lot
Get
less...
the fuck down.
They don't care. This version is a lot less balanced, basically. That one seems to, it's basically... I'd say that one's better for a first-time playthrough. Like, you could play that one and get the core Postal 2 experience with some, some frills added. Some more trimmings, basically. But this one, this is Postal 2, but kind of batshit insane. And then I exploded, so... And that's where some of my footage died, unfortunately, so... Let's show off something else instead. Yeah, at the start of the map, you can actually turn left instead, and there's an alternate shortcut through the map. I say it's a shortcut, it's definitely a lot quicker, and it leads you closer to an exit. But there are enemies dotted around here as well, so it's been planned ahead for.
Shit.
And with that, we are home free. Now, this does mean that I lost my free roaming footage, for, going between places. Most of it, anyway. I did get my laundry, but yeah. So instead, let's show off some cheats. I gave myself a load of cats. So this is how you clear a home before you enter it yourself. The safe way, you throw in some dervish cats. Beautiful. Or fucking horrifying, depending on your perspective. Ah, that's wonderful. That's actually a thing. The free roaming gets a little bit, kind of long-winded from this point, so anyone watching, tell me if you... Do you want me to keep the free roaming stuff in? Because I completely don't mind, but if you find it a bit boring, a bit more of a slog, then I'll gladly excise it. I will show off, like, hidden collectibles and other things I find interesting, but it'll have less context to it. But anyway, that's the, great use of dervish cats. Let's go pick up our laundry.
Hey, the Pride Parade was last week.
That was a really long crossfade. Anyway, this is my original footage again. Didn't fuck up, luckily. It gets a bit weird around loading screens, DX Story does. But anyway, I'm gonna drag some cops into this back alley and kill them for something that happened off screen. It was disastrous and ended in a death or two.
Hi there.
Hey, can anyone help you?
I'm here to pick up my normal clothes.
That'll be $100.
Fuck you.
Let me consider your offer. definitely a no. He's on my clothes. How dare he?
Next.
Well, that's that. We have our clothes back, but we're not going to change right away. There is so much crime going on in this alleyway.
Code 6, 105 North Avenue, 52.
Okay, I didn't exactly bring them here to show them a spinning top. There we go. Now, dervish cats, when you actually are attacked by them, you're meant to kick to get them off. Gives the kick a bit more utility. Oh well, that didn't really have much effect. They're probably, you know, kind of underwhelmed, all things considered. It was just a gimp in a back alley throwing cats at people. In Paradise, that probably doesn't even rate as a crime. I think I'm getting a bit... Oh yeah, I want to show off. You can put out NPCs if you piss on them. I'm not sure, I thought for a second I was just being needlessly cruel. But no, instead I was trying to show off gameplay mechanics. Hey, what's up? I think that guy's gonna retire tomorrow. Moving on.
Man, I gotta stop smoking this.
Sorry, Postal Dude, I couldn't hear you. We were going into a tunnel. There is also an interesting mechanic about changing clothes, and I'm gonna show it off while jumping. Or not. Maybe I don't jump in this take. It's so confusing.
Guns don't kill people. I do. I don't feel
Look,
so
our
good.
police notoriety is gone. We're cool.
This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Even though we changed clothes mid-sprint. Postal Dude is just that incredible. And unfortunately my footage glitched there, but... Basically, this is Chicken Queen Estates, I believe it's called, and it was just past that map that you got a still of, basically. It's called... its tagline is a higher standard of living. I ain't seeing it. And those beer cans aren't actually pick-uppables. That! See me? I just fucking grabbed that fucking health pipe while diving out of the window mid-kick. That's what the Postal Dude does. So, Chicken Queen Estates. This is quite a vertical area. The houses are quite big. There's a few hidden items around. It's not a bad area. But there's also something else unique going on Wednesday that we're going to have to drop in on. The houses are also quite unique in this area. They're unlike anything else on any other map.
What are you doing in here?
This dude, for instance, seems to there's a doctor in his house who can't throw his syringes worth of shit. And who's... I shouldn't even ask about this bathroom. People in this town are fucked up.
Fuck. Shit. Oof. Excuse me while I push my intros back in.
Yeah, the syringe gas is kind of finicky. Does bring me back to what I said last part about the epicenter of gas, though. What's that sound? Yeah, this is my kind of part of town. So, how do we react to a mass group of people in this game? Oh, someone beat us to it! Selfish bastard. Oh well. Yep, the napalm launcher, the bombs also damage people on direct hits and move them. I like that. Doesn't mean I wasted one though. But who cares? They're dime a dozen in this difficulty. So, we're gonna need to steal everything from this picnic anyway, because, we gotta gear up for what we're doing tomorrow, basically. But then, depends on how much damage we take voting, I suppose. Yeah. Oh well, this should do us fine. Those beers were mighty powerful. So, what's coming up actually is a new map, but it's... Well, I looked at it in the loading screen when I was just trying to get map names, and, well... Oh, let's just take one last look at Chicken Queen Estates, as I believe it's called. I could be wrong on that, and then... Well, Chicken Queen Estates says it all, just as much as any other name would. You were a wonderful part of town. Then I turned up. The map we're heading into actually has the name Untitled. Which isn't that inspiring a level name, to be honest. It sounds like they didn't title it somewhat. But no matter. Because there is something else to talk about here. Aside from that. Which I'm not going to talk about. There's these gas cans! I actually like that sign. I find that kind of funny. It's fucking on the nose as shit, but that's why it works. Yes. He scales them and fucking goes down them in the blink of an eye. And they don't explode. But they make people make explosions, I suppose. Jesus. That NPC has one hell of an arm. I should probably stop trying to show off with things that will kill me in one hit. Yeah, let's stop trying to show off with things that will kill me in one hit. Let's just play with the useless exploding props. When you're on fire, it's always a worthwhile venture to run into other people if you have the time. I made it to the next map. My body did at least. So, let's move on. Oh, it's that boring ass school map. Yep, we're back here. I wanted to explore it a little bit. You know, get a lay of the land, find out what's up with this school. And then I tried to.
I knew that stuff wasn't good for me.
I couldn't put it better than the Postal dude, frankly. Oh well.
This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Sure you do, dude. Sure you do. So let's not fuck around with the outside of the school. I'm already terrified of this goddamn place. Let's just go in, vote, see if anyone tries to murder us, and leave of our own accord.
I don't feel so good. This can't
Party
be
on,
good for me,
fellas.
but I
So
feel
I'll
great.
be on my way, I suppose. Just lighten that party up a bit. Maybe a lot. I weren't playing Mario in there anymore. So at least there's people in here learning. I cleared this place out from the zombies and they're putting it to use, damn it. I'm the hero of this town.
What fucking moron designed this? Damn, I can't even tell who that'll count for. Looks like the Chad is still hanging on that one, but I'm sure they'll count it. Shit didn't go through all the way, but they can obviously tell what my intention was. Too easy. Time to head home.
Yep, we just took part in the democratic process.
Oh no,
I knew this was a trap! You know what, fuck this school, let's just go. It terrifies me.
Good for me. This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Shit, Paradise High. Fuck voting too. So anyway, that was Wednesday. I hope you had fun, and I hope you'll join me for Thursday.
A Christmas tree! I can't wait to decorate it.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap since it's July and all.
Well, I hope you voted today. Your choices will affect the future.
You don't say.
What was that?
I said, do we have any beer? I worked up a killer thirst today.